couple of guests in studio this morning. We don't have a lot of time to talk to them right now. I'll take a break for the news at the bottom of the hour, but we're going to talk with Ritch, Ramey, and Mark Edington. And gentlemen, both of you come out. Welcome to come out.
Good morning, Jeff.
Well, you were getting a little worried, Mark, there. You were afraid wasn't going to show up, or was going to show up late?
Yeah, Ritch had a little problem this morning, but...
A little problem this morning. My car broke it into, so...
Oh, you did?
A little delay getting here, but...
well, that's a good...
Nothing major, and we're glad to be here to talk about robotics today.
Okay. There was an event that took place yesterday, and you just kind of wanted to get on and kind of talk about that.
Yeah, we had the very first robotics contest for the season in the Midwest, actually, was yesterday. We had the RAMTEC Middle School VEX Robotics Contest. We had 19 teams from area schools. Great event, had over 120 people there, had lots of visitors watching that thought they might want to get into robotics, and had some great judges, and Mark can talk about that in a little bit, but teams from North Union, Highland, Richdale, Elgin, Cardington, Kenton were there yesterday, and also Ben Logan. And so it was a great event for us. And it's what we want to do in the area. We want to recruit students who are interested in engineering and STEM and robotics. And those middle school students, they were amazing yesterday, how prepared they were, how excited they were, and chanting "Go Red, Go Blue." It was a great environment.
All right, we're going to come back and talk a lot more about what happened yesterday and about what's coming up in the future. We'll talk about the open house that RAMTEC had a few weeks ago. We'll even talk a little bit about my welding experience. Ritch, and we're also talking with Mark Edington, and we're talking a little bit kind of off air. Mark had a chance to go out on your opening night and explain to our listeners how impressed you were with my welding abilities.
Yes, Jeff's welding abilities were quite well. I took Jeff through the RAMTEC opening, each station we had out there, and I asked Jeff, I said, have you ever welded before? And of course his first response was, Mark, do these hands look like they've ever struck an arc or welded before? The only thing these hands have ever done is held a microphone. I said, well, good. Let's go over to the virtual welter and see how we do. And he was up to the task, and we went over there. And the instructor that we had that night from Lincoln Electric was a gal that had come in demonstrating our virtual welder. And Jeff got on the machine after a few quick instructions and that. Scored quite well on that.
I surprised myself. In fact, I beat most of the people out there as far as the score is.
Yes, I think your score was like 80 or 85, something like that. And she said anything above 70 or 75, something like that. But that virtual welder, Vertex 360, is just something else, isn't it, Jeff?
Yeah. Do you know how many people showed up for that opening night?
Over about 200 in the beginning, probably over 400.
Okay. Because it was a very impressive evening, and you had food and drinks, and you gave tours. It was just very well organized from beginning to end.
Yeah, we had representatives from the State Department of Education, Senator Portman's office. We had the Superintendent of Ohio Schools, Dick Ross, there. We had
some big wigs there.
People from the state and area companies, Honda and Whirlpool and Nucor, had all the representatives there, and Ohio State, Marion Tech, and Tri-Rivers. But we had a lot of people from industry that were really curious of what we had out there. And that night, we couldn't talk to everybody about all the training they were interested in getting. So we know that facility it hit the mark, because so many people in the area said, this is what we need. We want trained on this. When can we start?
And that's kind of what I'm here for this morning, to introduce myself to your listeners, to let them know that my name is Mark Edington, and I am the instructor in the RAMTEC Center out there. I just finished up a week of training at Rochester Hills at the FANIC corporate office for certification. That certification, as of right now, there's only 2 in the state of Ohio, and I'm actually one of those 2 that are certified for the FANIC robot equipment up there. And as Ritch said, there was a lot of questions about the training and everything, and what I would like to say is any questions you have, any information you'd like to have, please call either myself or Ritch out to the Tri-Rivers Career Center, and we'll be more than happy to get all that information to you guys.
Obviously, there is a need out there based just on the amount of employers that were out there looking for qualified people.
Absolutely, and we've been fielding calls from all over the state of Ohio, and I know Chuck has been taking a lot of deans from other career centers and that have been interested, and they've been coming in, and he's been taking them through tours and that through the RAMTEC Center out there, so it's a statewide venue out there we have. That RAMTEC Center, we know of no other in the state of Ohio that's set up like this RAMTEC Center. The equipment that we have out there, as Chuck said when he was in here before, is implemented. It is the highest quality, the best, highest tech equipment that's out on the market right now. And that's what we wanted to train our student and also our adults on, so that way when they leave that center out there, they can go out into the workforce and be ready to go right on the workforce floor and program and work at that.
Yeah, maybe if somebody out there is 25, 30, 35, 40 years old, maybe they've been downsized, maybe they're looking for a change in careers or something, it's not too late for them to get involved in this.
This will be perfect for him. And one thing about Mark, with his vast experience and background, what an asset he's going to be to the community, because he's worked with maintenance his whole life, and he knows it's in his blood, and he knows what it takes to be a good maintenance technician, to be a good robot technician, to be an asset to any company you're going to work in. And when he's certified to do FANUC training and Motor Man training, there's less than 10 people in the country that's certified to give certification classes, and we're going to have one right here in Marion, Ohio. And when he went to Auburn Hills last week, they're 6 months out on training. They're so far behind on getting technicians trained. So one thing Marion's going to do is, when we become a national training site, certified training site this month, we're going to be able to alleviate that backlog of problems they have, but there'll be people coming from all over the country to Marion, Ohio to get certified. Instead of going to Michigan, they can come here now. And so look what that's going to do for our food industry and our hotel industry and, the tax base. And then the next thing is, we had, Ted Graham through a couple weeks ago, and he talked about how, that's the first place he'll bring future companies in if they want to, move to Marion. And there's others saying the same thing. So we know that this facility is going to benefit us, because if someone's looking to build a company, a factory somewhere, and they know that we've got, one of the top training sites in the country, why wouldn't they want to locate here? Because we're going to continuously be able to train students. Like all the students in our program at Tri-Rivers in engineering are going to get certified as FANUC technicians this year. And a couple of them right now are, they're so far ahead of where we expect them to be at this point. They're so excited that they're going to be certified before they leave high school. And look what that's going to do for their resume, and also companies in the area, help keep existing companies, because if they do want to automate, we've got a facility here where they don't have to send them away. They can get training right here. And plus, like you're talking about, recumbent workers, if somebody's out of work or they need new training, we have the ability here. So the excitement for this is we are the only facility in the country that can certify high school students and workers, adult workers right now. And the facility that Chuck Spillman helped, drive and build out there, he went all over the country looking at the best of the best facilities, and he made sure that we did all the right stuff on this. Yeah. And when FANUC come down and see our facility, they're so impressed, because we have equipment there that they don't even have up in Michigan to train with. And then when the Lincoln comes in a month, we're gonna get Lincoln Welding's facility out of Cleveland, located in Marion as well, for training. Having Motoman, and FANUC is 80% of the world market in robotics. So we have the number 1 sold robot in the world, the number 3 in that facility. So what we have is the latest and greatest. And so if anybody's interested in getting trained, I encourage them to see our facility, contact Mark, and this could set their career on a new path. That's exciting, rewarding future. Our students are excited because they realize right now that they're on the leading edge of technology, and if there's anybody out there, that's one of the reasons we're having these contests, to encourage students to see our facility. One of the things about the middle school kids yesterday is they went down and saw those big FANUC robots and everything working, And they were so excited because they know that they're building smaller ones and they're programming them. They're figuring out torque and motor and power and everything. And they can relate that to the big ones. And they can, seamlessly go in and understand, the degrees of freedom and all the accesses and what it takes to program a robot from their engineering notebook and everything they're doing now. So, we're creating a great base, and we're starting from the 5th grade up. And, we hope this summer to put this robotics into 30 elementary programs as well. So we know that Marion, Ohio really is kind of a play on Cedar Point, the robot coast of Ohio right now. So we know we're doing a lot of things right, and we hope to, with continuous improvement, to keep on upgrading our facilities. But having Mark Edington in there is a great asset for us because he's got life experience in robotics, and that's what we need in a facility like that.
So 5th grade is really, all things considered, that's about a good time to start.
Well, 3rd grade, we locally, Tad Dowse developed the 4-H robotics programs for 3rd and 4th grade with Lego. So about 3rd grade, if you got a 3rd or 4th grader interested in robotics, 4-H has great Lego programs for robotics. And then in 5th grade, we're going to start with the VEX IQ, which is brand new. We're beta testing it for the country right now. We've got 8 of them out of school, and we're going to put those into elementary schools next year. This summer, with the grants we've got, we want to put them in 30 schools and have the contest here in Marion where the students actually get to go to California for that. And then our middle school and high school, we're doing VEX robotics, and we probably have about 75 teams in the area now, and we're expanding out to Bellefontaine and Kenton and Mansfield areas as well, besides Morrill County and Marion County and Union County. And we see the growth there is doubling every year. Started about 9 in 2009, and there's over 210 teams they project in Ohio this year, and about 100 out of the Marion area.
Wow.
But it's going to double every year. And so with that growth, students are seeing the advantage of robotics and all it takes in engineering to do that kind of work. And we're hoping that will increase their knowledge and get some more technicians, because every company out there right now is starving for technicians. A lot of these maintenance technicians are working 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, because there's a shortage. And, we like to take care of that by producing more good maintenance technicians.
And they're good paying jobs.
Great paying jobs. We've got a student that's 21. It's making $26 an hour at Honda. You see his pictures around right now. And he's driving a Ford F-350 and got married and went to Bahamas, and he's 21. And so they're good. And there's many of those jobs out there right now. If people are interested in those kind of careers, now's the right time to go into it because there's a huge shortage.
Good. We're going to come back and talk more with Ritch and Mark. We'll do that right after these words. We're talking a little bit there off air about the tie-in with Ohio State. You really got a great tie-in with Ohio State.
Yeah, Matt Moreau started supporting at Ohio State University in Marion. He started supporting our program last year by buying food at a couple events, which is great because every event we feed the students. They come with our grant money, but Ohio State's paying for the 2 largest tournaments in Ohio, TRECA on December 6th and on campus on January 24th. We have between 50 and 70 teams at both events. But this year, what's even better than that is at the 2 North Union events, the high school, middle school, Highlands new middle school event, at the 2 RAMTEC events, high school, middle school, at TRECA, at the Ohio State Championships at Harding in February, and at the SME EF event on campus January 24th. The team with the best engineering design manual that's judged by local engineers, each student gets a $1,000 scholarship to OSUM. And yesterday, a team from North Union 7th graders won the first round of scholarships, 4 different students. So every event, they're going to give away a group of Ohio State's Judges Award. They're going to call it Ohio State Engineering Marion Judges Award. And so 40 students this year are going to win $1,000 scholarships. And those 7th graders, if we continue that every year, the 7th grade team could win at each event. And for 5 years, you end up with $35,000 or $40,000 in scholarships, if they keep it up. But the great thing is look at the educational tie-in with our local community. And Marion Tech gave away scholarships last year, and their college engineering team is judging every event this year. And we had 5 of them there yesterday. And so there's a great tie-in. We had the high school teams helping out yesterday, the college teams judging. Ohio State's Dean of Engineering and Mark were judging the engineering notebooks. And so the whole community is really helping out. And that's what's great about these events. And yesterday was the easiest contest for the first contest we've ever had. Because we had 50 students at camp this summer, and probably 20 of the students yesterday out of the 120 had competed before, had been in camp, had been working all summer on this contest. The teachers are now, we had a new teacher from Cardington and a new teacher from Indian Lake. But all the rest of the teachers were veterans. And it's exciting. We have a new team at Grant for Make a Difference Day. Our class went Monday and helped Grant develop 8 teams for this year's contest. They couldn't compete this week, but Grant Middle School will have a team involved. And so, we're building quite a program, but the great thing is the teachers and the community at Ohio State and Marion Tech, everybody's starting to support this event. So we appreciate all the media that we get out of this as well, because we know this is a huge positive for Marion, Ohio. But Mark, you can talk about the excitement of the kids yesterday and how the judging their.
You got about 2 minutes to talk about the excitement.
Okay. Yesterday it was just fantastic. It was just like plugging in an electric cord. It was just electrified in that auditorium yesterday with all those kids. But Ritch, you're talking about the teachers. I mean, the teachers were just as excited as the students yesterday also. And the team that won that was awarded those scholarships and that, they were so excited about it, And when those teams came up to the interviewing process and that, they had everything in line. They knew exactly what they were going to talk about. And they were excited about it. And the excitement with those young students in that is what's just awe-inspiring in the engineering aspect of it. And like I said, the teachers were just as excited as the students with it also. So it was a great event. It was. I look forward to helping Ritch on other events that he has in there, and it was a great experience. And I believe that any parent or anything like that, it's open to the public and that also.
The next one will be a high school event, the 24th at Tri-Rivers, open to the public. It'll be on a Thursday all day. An interesting thing, too, yesterday is almost every student came up to me during the day and said, "Hey, Mr. Ramey, thank you for hosting this event.
Good.
We had a great time." And, you don't always see that, but the kids were very grateful for what they had yesterday. They were very enthusiastic, and I appreciate Tri-Rivers allowing me to do this kind of work and to host these events because they're fun.
We are out of time, but I appreciate you both coming out. Again, phone number if somebody needs more information.
Sure. They can call me out to the RAMTEC or Tri-Rivers Career Center, and that phone number out there is area code 740-389-4681.
We are out of time. Thank you.